Zoo Salzburg is located in the south of Salzburg near Hellbrun Palace. It's built on the side of a hill and provides a natural environment for alpine animals. The zoo was first opened in 1961, then called Bergwelt Zoo, which means mountain world. Originally, the zoo was only meant for indigenous alpine species, but this plan didn't last long, as 2 leopards, a lioness, and 2 chimpanzees soon moved in. Since then, the zoo has made significant improvements in terms of animal welfare. The animals' enclosures have been enlarged, their habitats have been recreated according to their species, and they have also been provided with a place to retreat. Zoo Salzburg has now over 150 species of animals from all over the world. The zoo has 2 entrances, the main entrance and the side entrance. The animals are arranged according to the continents. In the first part, there are animals from Europe and Asia. In the second part, there are animals from South America. In the third part, from Australia. And in the last part, there are animals from Africa. When you enter the zoo, the first animals you see are the large gibbons, or so-called white-handed gibbons. They jump from branch to branch and from rope to rope. They have large white hands, which helps them to jump even to 10 meters. Large gibbons live in rainforests in Southeast Asia. They can grow up to 65 centimeters and weigh from 3 to 7 kilograms. They can live up to 44 years, and they eat fruits, leaves, buds, and insects. If you go from the main entrance to the left, there you will see animals from Asia and Europe. The first on the left is red panda. Red pandas live in South and Southeast Asia, in the eastern Himalayas, in Nepal, India, Bhutan, Myanmar, and China. Their habitat is deciduous forests with bamboo undergrowth in the highlights. They can grow up to 73 centimeters and weigh to 6 kilograms. They live up to 15 years. They eat mostly leaves of bamboo, but also roots, grasses, fruits, berries, seeds, and nuts. Red pandas are solitary and mostly nocturnal animals. They spend most of the day sleeping in the treetops. They become active in the evenings when they begin searching for food. Red pandas are excellent climbers. They spend most of their lives in the treetops. This helps them avoid predators. Their main predator is the snow leopard. Because of their color, red pandas blend in well with the treetops. As you continue your way to the left, you will see dwarf goats and Alpine chamois. The dwarf goats was originally from Africa, but now they also live in Europe. They live in grasslands with shrubs, in rainforest and humid savannas. They can weigh up to 30 kilograms and live to 15 years. They eat hay, grass, leaves and flowers. Alpine chamois live in Europe, in Alps and Balkan. They can grow up to 85 centimeters and weigh to 50 kilograms. They can live up to 20 years and they are herbivores. In the Eurasian part, you will also see forest reindeer, otters, bears, alpine ibexes, and other animals. Forest reindeer live in the coniferous forest of Finland. Females weigh up to 90 kilograms and males up to 180 kilograms. With human care, they can live up to 20 years, but only up to 6 years in the wild. They eat grasses, herbs, mushrooms, and lichens. The Alpine ibex is a European species of goat that lives in the Alps. Males are larger and have longer horns than females. They have sharp hooves that help them climb cliffs. Males and females live separately throughout the year and only come together to mate. During the mating season, males fight each other with their horns to win over females. Alpine ibexes eat grasses and herbs of alpine meadows. They also eat small shrubs and tree shots. Females weigh up to 40 kilograms and males up to 100 kilograms. They can live up to 30 years. If you continue your way to the right of the main entrance, you will see the animals from South America. The first animal from South America is the two-toed sloth. Sloths are noted by their slow movements. They spend most of their lives hanging upside down in the trees. They come down on the floor only once a week when they need to poop. Sloths have a slow metabolism because of the food they eat. They eat leaves, fruits, flowers, and buds. They don't get enough energy from their diet, which is why they move so slowly. The difference between two-toed and three-toed sloths is that two-toed sloths have two claws on their front limbs and three claws on their back limbs, while three-toed sloths have three claws on all four limbs. Two-toed sloths live in the tropical forests of South America. They can grow up to 68 centimeters and weigh up to 8 kilograms. They can live up to 35 years. The next American animal is the prairie dog. Prairie dogs live in North American prairie, in open grasslands with low and sparse vegetation. They can grow up to 35 centimeters, weigh up to 1.5 kilograms, and live up to 11 years. They eat grasses, seeds, worms, and snails. Next to prairie dogs, you will find animals that don't belong to the group of South American animals. These animals are flamingos. Flamingos are originally from Africa. They live in tropical Africa on the North African Atlantic coast. They also live in the Mediterranean, at the Caspian Sea, and in India and Pakistan. They can grow up to 140 centimeters and can weigh up to 4 kilograms. Their wingspan can be up to 165 centimeters and they can live up to 40 years. Flamingos eat small crustaceans, mosquito larvae, mollusks, annelids, and algae. Best known South American bird is scarlet macaw. Scarlet macaws live in the rainforests of South America. They are bright red color with colorful wings. The colors of their wings are red, yellow-green, and light blue. Males and females are the same color, so they are difficult to tell apart. The rainforest shimmers in rainbow colors due to tropical flowers and light, so scarlet macaws blend in well with their environment. Scarlet macaws eat fruits and nuts. They have a strong beak with which they can easily crack nuts. They can grow up to 90 centimeters, weigh up to 1.7 kilograms, and live up to 50 years. The next South American animal is tapir. Tapirs are one of the oldest mammals. They existed 50 million years ago. Their closest relatives are rhinoceroses and horses. Tapirs live in the tropical rainforest of South America. They always stay near water. They are excellent swimmers and divers. Tapirs are fast and can reach speed up to 35 kilometers per hour on land. They use their snouts to help them feed. They eat fruits, leaves, twigs, grasses, and tree bark. They can grow up to 108 centimeters, weigh up to 250 kilograms, and live up to 35 years. Along the way, you will also see Patagonian maras, capybaras, rheas, alpacas, blue poison dart frog, black-capped capuchins, and black-capped squirrel monkeys. The cutest animals in the zoo are the jaguars. Jaguars live in the tropical rainforests of South and Central America. They are the only members of the genus Panthera in the Americas. Jaguars have a very strong bite. They bite their prey deep into the throat, suffocating them. Jaguars eat deer, capybaras, peccaries, armadillos, tapirs, fishes, and turtles. Jaguars can crush the shell of large turtle with a single bite. The difference between jaguars and leopards is that jaguars have larger, more complex rosettes with a central dot, while leopards' rosettes are smaller and simpler. Jaguars, like leopards, can also be black. We call them black panthers. In sunny weather, rosettes can be seen on their fur. Jaguars can grow up to 75 centimeters in height and 185 centimeters in length. Females weigh up to 100 kilograms, males up to 120 kilograms. They can live up to 20 years. Now I will shut up for about a minute so you can enjoy the video. Next to jaguars, there are snow leopards. They also don't belong in the group of South American animals. Snow leopards live in the highlands of Asia. They are well adapted to extremely low temperatures up to minus 40 degrees Celsius. They have enlarged nostrils that warm the cold air, and their large chest and strong lungs ensure sufficient oxygen intake. Their fur is thick and long with a thick undercoat that keeps them warm. Their long tail serves as a scarf when they sleep and helps them maintain balance during long jumps. Snow leopards eat small to medium-sized ungulates, small mammals, and occasionally birds. After the animals from South America, there is a small group of animals from Australia. There are Parma wallaby, birds, and reptiles. In the last part, there are animals from Africa. Through the African part of the zoo, there is a circular route. You can decide to go either way. We went to the right. The first animals on the right are the Watusi cattle. The Watusi cattle live in Africa, in the savannas of Rwanda and Burundi. This cattle is characterized by its large horns. They eat grass, herbs, and leaves. Among cattle, there are also Boer goats and loud African geese. The next African animal is the white rhinoceros. White rhinos live in Southeast Africa, in grasslands and savannas. Their name white comes from a mistranslation of the Dutch word white, which means white in English. This means the rhinos with white mouth. Other rhinos with narrow pointed mouth are called black rhinos. The white rhinoceroses are among the top 5 largest land animals. Females can weigh up to 1,600 kilograms and males up to 3,500 kilograms. The white rhinos has 2 horns, one behind the other. The first is larger than the second. They are made of hard keratin. The average weight of a horn is about 4 kilograms. White rhinos are herbivores and they eat grass. They drink water twice a day if it's available. If water is not available, they can survive without it about 4 to 5 days. White rhinos have 3 toes on their feet and they can run at speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Further on the right, you will see pink-backed pelicans. They live in sub-Saharan Africa and in the Middle East. They live near large lakes and wide rivers, and they nest in the trees. They can live up to 30 years and weigh up to 7 kilograms. They can grow up to 1 meter and 35 centimeters, and their wingspan can be 2 meters and 90 centimeters. In the African part, you will also see Lichwi antelopes, sitatungas, sable antelopes, Cameroon sheep, gravy zebras, black-winged lovebirds, African spiny-tailed lizard, cichlids, geckos, lions, Diana monkeys, African spur tortoises, Indian peacocks, African penguins, ring-tailed lemurs, and a lot of others. Cameroon sheep are originally from West Africa, but they are widespread as pets throughout the world. They eat herbs, grasses, leaves, buds, and shots. They weigh between 30 and 50 kilograms and can live up to 15 years. Gravy zebras live in Kenya and Ethiopia in Africa. They are named after former French President Jules Grévy, who received them as a gift from the Emperor of Abyssinia. Gravy zebras are the largest species of wild horse. The difference between gravies and plains zebras is their size. Gravy zebras are larger and have a wide belly, while plains zebras have stripes on their bellies. African lions live in the savannas and dry bushlands of southwest Africa. They eat meat, insects, fish, mice, birds, young rhinos, and elephants. They can live up to 20 years and weigh up to 250 kilograms. Diana monkeys live in Africa, in Sierra Leone and South Guinea. They live in trees in the rainforest. They can grow up to 60 centimeters and weigh up to 7 kilograms. They can live up to 35 years. They are omnivores. They eat fruits, flowers, seeds, insects, and other invertebrates. African spur tortoises are the first biggest tortoises in Africa and third biggest tortoises in the world. They live in Sahel region in Africa. In arid regions, tortoises dig holes in the ground to reach areas with higher humidity. They spend the warmest part of the day in these holes. In the wild, they can burrow very deep, up to 15 meters deep and 30 meters long. Males can grow up to 83 centimeters and weigh up to 100 kilograms. Females can grow up to 60 centimeters and weigh up to 50 kilograms. When they are born, they only measure about 44 millimeters and weigh around 40 grams. They grow very quickly, 15 to 25 centimeters within the first few years. The tortoises grow faster when there is more rainfall and slower when there is less. They become adults at the age of 10 to 15 years. Tortoises' eggs have many predators, such as lizards and mongooses. When their weight exceeds 30 kilograms, they are nearly immune to the predators. In the wild, the main cause of death is the inability to ride themselves after being rolled onto their backs, mainly due to fights between adult males. African spur tortoises eat grasses, herbs, and succulent plants. African penguins live along the rocky shoreline of South Africa. They can't fly because their wings are made for swimming. They are covered in an array of black and white waterproof feathers that keep them dry and warm in the cold waters. They have dot markings across their white chests and different patterns on their wings. These flecks help to individualize each penguin. African penguins have a patch of bare skin above each eye, which helps them to stay cool in high temperatures. The hotter a penguin gets, the more blood flows to these areas, where it's cooled by the surrounding air. African penguins live in colonies and they are fast swimmers. They eat a variety of prey they catch from the sea, including sardines, anchovies, squid, and crustaceans. They can grow up to 70 centimeters, weigh up to 3 kilograms, and can live up to 27 years. The ring-tailed lemurs live in Madagascar in Africa. They are a wet-nosed primate and the most recognized lemur species. They have long black and white ringed tail. They are social animals and they live in troops of up to 30 individuals. In the groups, females are dominant. Lemurs are known for marking their territory. The males participate in stink fights by dousing their tails with urine and waving it at their opponents. Ring-tailed lemurs like to sunbathe. They're sitting upright on their tails, exposing their bellies to the sun. They often have their palms open and their eyes gently closed. They eat fruits, leaves, flowers, bark, herbs, and insects. They can weigh up to 3 kilograms and live up to 30 years. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, check out my other videos. Thank you!